Hey guys, Hades here. So this is going to be another one of these kind of videos. I'm going to talk about 10 places in Kuala Lumpur that you might want to check out if you ever find yourself in Kuala Lumpur. Again, I'll show video of when I was there so you don't have to look at me the whole time. Hope you like it. Thank you. Okay guys, so I went to Malaysia for over 2 months, about 2.5 months. I didn't see a lot of the country. I really only saw Kuala Lumpur. This was just after the Philippines, and maybe you've seen a lot of the videos. Each one of these places I'm going to talk about, or almost all of these I'm going to talk about, I have a video for. I was only in Kuala Lumpur. I, barely went to the outskirts or whatever because that's where the airport was and that's where the Pink Mosque was. But for the most part, I was really just in Kuala Lumpur, so I didn't get to see a lot of the country. So these are 10 things that you can do in Kuala Lumpur. Number 1, the hop on, hop off tour. This will take you around the city. They have a daytime one and a nighttime one. I went on the daytime one and I went kind of late in the afternoon. I didn't really like it, but I think if you go in the morning, you could actually hop on and hop off. But by the time I went on it, they stopped that at a certain time and it was about done. They even skipped a few of the places near the end. So if you do that, do it in the morning. I believe it was 60 ringgit. Keep in mind, they charge a different price for foreigners as they do for locals. Locals is always cheaper. So if you're local, all these things are a little cheaper. Number 2, Patronus Towers. I really like Patronus Towers. Now, technically, it's free to go see it. They have a little park down there. I recommend seeing it at night. Recommend seeing it at night, but you could go during the day too. They got a little park there. A lot you could do. If you can see both, right? You go in the afternoon, check it out for a while. They have a huge mall, lots of restaurants. So then you could go mess around doing some other stuff and then come back and see it at night. At night, it's really pretty and lit up. Again, it's free to go see it. However, if you want to take an elevator at the top, that's 98 ringgit. So I didn't do that. I thought, nah, I don't want to pay that. And I didn't think it was necessary. It's pretty tall towers. You could check it out. I have another video on that. Number 3 is Chinatown. This is free. It's basically a little market area. You could definitely get Chinese food, but not just Chinese food. You can get Malaysian food, probably all kinds of food there. And it's a market, so I don't know if you get discounted stuff. I heard tell, you get stuff a little cheaper there. I don't know. I just went to see it and ended up drinking beer with this guy and seeing very little of it. But it's a free thing you can do. You can go check it out. Number 4, and excuse my pronunciation if I get this incorrect, the Bukit Bintang Night Market. It's also free to go, but of course you can't eat there when it's free. I mean, you can't eat there for free. It's going to cost you money, of course. Lots of restaurants, lots of little food stalls. It's pretty cool to check out. I actually did kind of eat there at the very tip of it near the bar street. It's interesting to check out. I recommend it. And I don't know that it's just open at night. I went there at night and I've heard it referred to as the night market. Number 5, Bukit Bintang bar area. Now, I prefer places like the Philippines and Thailand because it's much cheaper to drink. But this area's got a massive amount of bars. I don't even think I saw the whole area. It's pretty big. You could check it out. Go to all these bars, but keep in mind, if you've just come from somewhere like Thailand or the Philippines, it's expensive. It's almost as expensive as going to a bar in the US, which I don't do because it's too expensive. So keep that in mind, right? Kuala Lumpur is not a cheap place, really. I mean, a lot of the food is cheaper, a lot of other stuff is cheaper, but the bars are really not that cheap. I think they have an alcohol tax, and that's why everything's quite pricey. Anytime you drink, even if you go to the shop and buy a beer, it's like going to a 7-Eleven in the U.S. and buying a beer. It's expensive. Number 6, Pavilion Mall. I don't know. I've heard it's the biggest, but I didn't actually read that somewhere, but I did read it's the most popular. It's a big, huge mall. Again, not 100% sure if it's the biggest in the city, but it's the most popular. I went around, checked it out. There's lots of places you can eat. I went to Pepper Lunch when I was there because I like Pepper Lunch. I was a little disappointed in that particular Pepper Lunch because it was express, but it's a huge mall. Lots of stuff to see, lots to do. If you're interested in that sort of thing, of course, it's free. Okay, number 7, the Kuala Lumpur Bird Park. I loved this place. It's 75 ringgit if you're a foreigner. I don't remember the other prices. But, you know, a little cheaper usually if you're local. I really love that place. I did a long video, and it probably been the longest video ever. You can make a day of that place. I was there maybe 3-4 hours, and if you walk slowly and take a lot of breaks, you could make a whole day out of that place. I was really impressed with it, and I didn't think I would like a bird park, but I quite enjoyed that. Number 8, the Kuala Lumpur Zoo. Where I liked the bird park, I wasn't fond of the zoo. It was 88 ringgit for tourists, for foreigners, and a little cheaper for the locals. I wasn't that impressed with it. Of course, it was a very hot day when I went. Most of the animals just, you know, were just sleeping or hanging out in the shade, away from people. I'm not a big zoo guy. I just went to get a video on it, and I was not overly impressed. Didn't like it. Also, if you smoke, you're not allowed to smoke anywhere in that park. Whereas the bird park, I think you can. They have ashtrays and stuff. They have a lot of no smoking signs. But at the zoo, they have no smoking signs and saying smoking anywhere in here could get you a huge fine. I did see some locals smoking, but I didn't risk it. I didn't want to get a fine. Not a big fan of the zoo, but if you like zoos, check it out. No gorillas. So, you know, no gorillas, no grizzly bears, but they got a lot of other stuff. Okay, number 9, the Pink Mosque. This place is free. It's also a little farther away than the rest because it's kind of outside Kuala Lumpur, but just barely. I really enjoyed the place. It's free. You could give donations, but you don't have to. It's free to check out. Not a lot to see inside the mosque, but pretty cool architecture. You know, walking around the outside checking it out. It's certainly not something that's going to take you all day, but there's a surrounding area with tour boats and stuff you could do there. I didn't try any of that. I just went to check out the mosque, and again, it's free, but they'll take donations if you want to give them some money. And number 10, the Hard Rock Cafe. It's free to go to, I guess, if you just want to sit there and watch not rock and roll. I didn't like this place. I did a video on how much I didn't like this place. I used to really like hard rock cafes because they played hard rock, at least in Phuket and in Hong Kong and in Macau. They would play hard rock music, but I've had bad luck with them lately. Anyhow, so if you like hard rock, check it out. Keep in mind, like I stated earlier, it's expensive to drink in Kuala Lumpur, and of course hard rock is more expensive than other places around. I would never ever go back there, but if you like that sort of thing, I don't know, you could see like Mick Mars pants or Paul Stanley's shirt or something. If that's your thing, they got a little, you know, hard rock shop. You could buy the shirts and stuff. But yeah, they do have a hard rock there that doesn't play hard rock. Okay guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this. I appreciate you watching. Have a good one. Bye bye.